Okay, so I might as well finish the story because I just ran out of memory. So I realized this afternoon that that first surgeon in Grants Pass was basically blowing me off, right? Um, I called Southern Oregon Orthopedics, which is in Medford, Oregon. That's the outfit that apparently has good surgeons. And they wanted my medical records from Hawaii, even though they already have records, access to records, through the other hospital that I was seen in, the emergency room here in Grants Pass, that the surgeon looked at, that prompted the visit I had with him when he looked at it and said he was going to put new hardware in. But of course, that didn't happen. So the Southern Oregon orthopedic outfit in Medford has those records, but now they're asking me for additional records from Hawaii, even though the surgeon that looked at this had enough already from what he got from Queens Hospital in Honolulu the first time it got infected before I flew on an airplane to the mainland, right? Long story. This is really, it's just like nobody wants to help you, dude. Okay? Nobody wants to help you. Push the ball forward and fix this. They got too much other shit going on in their lives. That's the programming. It's exactly what's happening. So you know this, right? I mean, that's why we're here, is to end all that insanity. So here it is. I realized this afternoon that the lady up here in Grants Pass, because she's not returning my calls, basically saying, hey, listen, we're sort of done with you because we're not going to push the ball forward to have Dr. Ziegler at Asante Orthopedics take care of this for you. So you're sort of on your own because they're not responding. That's called non-response. Non-response. And that's a communication message to you, isn't it? Right? Okay. So how do I interpret that? Normally, if somebody who's a healer, and I guarantee you, you call Karen Ann Luke McDonald and you tell you that you're hurting and you're in a situation, I guarantee you she will do whatever she can, drop what she's doing. That's the difference. Okay? Which is why we're here. Okay? Teachers, healers, and peacekeepers. So this is what I'm faced with now. This afternoon, okay, when I called Southern Orthopedics after I found out on Friday that my doctor's office there had faxed it, right? And the lady in medical records, I guess it was with the orthopedic surgeon at Medford, which is Southern Oregon Orthopedics, said, well, we hadn't got it yet. So yesterday, I called them and they said, yeah, we got them, but we're going to have to scan them. They'll be reviewed and then you will get a phone call. And based on the fact that you got open hardware, we should be able to take care of this. So I called them today. Okay? And so now, guess what I'm being told? We don't have your records. What? This right hand doesn't know what left hand's doing? The lady that I spoke with yesterday told me that the records came in and that they needed to be scanned, and we will go from there. Now I'm being told they don't have the records. Well, either you do or you don't. Now, the lady yesterday would not have told me that the records were there because there had to be something to inform her of that they were there. She didn't just make it up, did she? Okay. So what's really going on here, right? So when I call back today to ask the lady at Southern Orthopedics, hey, did we get your medical records or not? She's telling me they don't. So when I told her that I was already told that they did, now she doesn't know what to do. She goes, I better transfer you over to medical records. Did I get a live wire? No. I got a voicemail. This is how bad non-responsive the entire system is. And for those that don't know the statistics, the emergency medical system in the United States of America is a complete failure. Okay, and you know how you know that? Number one, they don't make any money unless you got return customers. Number two is the fact that more people are killed every year through their system than any other single cause in the United States of America. That's why they all got to be shut down. That's pretty obvious. And so since everything is being rolled out with new technologies and we're going back to natural law on this planet, things are going to change in the right direction. And I've been saying that all the time because you know these things, because I've been keeping track of all these changes all the time ever since I was a little tiny child. Right? Yeah. Okay? So in that regard, what makes me most happy is that it happened. The reason we're here happened. liberation of this planet, the liberation of humanity. You have no idea how happy I am for everybody, particularly for all the children, because it means they have a future. Okay? That means the suffering ends, the insanity ends, and love reigns supreme. Okay? Then we can begin restoring what was lost as a result of all the programming and what was thrown at us. And so that's what really is most important to me. So here's where it sits. I was thinking about simply calling out for some light, okay, in my spiritual community that's here on this planet, because when I realized that I got a voicemail in medical records, so I thought, well, I didn't get anything accomplished. And tomorrow, that's my last day of antibiotics. They got me on a sulfa drug and Cephalex. So I changed the bandage a little while ago, and naturally it doesn't look very good, okay? But I can't afford it to get worse, so I've got to sort of push this as fast as I can, right? Particularly being a drummer, this is my left arm, right? So what I did is I called Providence Hospital, which is in Medford, Oregon, and I said, do you guys got any MDs on your emergency room staff? Yes, we do. Because they don't over here at Asani Hospital in Grants Pass. Not that I have anything against LNPs, because, listen, I was in nursing school, I was a medic, and so they can do, it has to do with how much love and compassion you have in your heart, how intelligent you are, how much you care about people, and how much you learned and how you apply those skills, right? Because I'm a teacher. So with that, I called Providence Hospital. They said, yeah, we got an ER doc. I said, well, this is how it is. I'm getting blown off up here. I've got an infection going on. It's pretty much sort of looks like it's been cleared up. I'm not in a lot of pain. I'm going to run out of my antibiotics tomorrow, but this needs to be seen by a regular MD, an ER doctor, MD. Maybe he can push the ball. So I said, I'll be down at Providence Medical Center there in Medford, Oregon tomorrow. And they said, okay, fine, we'll see you then. Okay? So let's see what happens when I get there tomorrow. What do you think? Okay? So this is if you ever needed how do I put this? What do they call it? A test case scenario? This is a good one. Okay? Because I don't know how anybody could honestly accept a system that is totally non-responsive to your healthcare needs, that ends up with people end up spending so much money and spinning their wheels, and all it ends up doing is creating an enormous amount of acid waste that your alkalizers cannot keep up with. And as a result of that, how are you ever going to ascend? Right? Because your frequency, your core frequency identity is always going to be in a low wave state. And that is not the purpose of this classroom. Okay? That's why love has always been the law here. Okay? So that when you become love and service to others, because your energy is up so high that you are naturally giving that energy away, because you realize that by doing that, you're actually going faster. It keeps your battery charged. It does. That's why I've always said to people, you know what? When you are in love and service to others, if you haven't learned all the other stuff about energy medicine and the rest of it, love and service to others will keep your battery full. Okay? Just by virtue of that, because the universe is going to give you back the energy that you're using to give. So I figured the intelligence, the higher intelligence of the universe is realized you've got it figured out. You're going to get back what you're given. It's like a paddle wheel. Circle of light. Spin that Merkaba like crazy and zoom through the universe like a spermatozoid. And that little spermatozoid will be feeding more light, more light, more light. And what do you think happens? That light, soul, spirit, body will grow and grow and grow and grow and grow by what it's learning as it's going so fast. How do you think Gaia became Gaia? Right? She's the battery in the planet. See? So I'm following the same path. Because I want a classroom someday. Okay? Imagine that. That's how it works. That's why she's a teacher in the planet. She shows you. Because everything she gives you for free. That's the lesson in the classroom. Remember I talked about it being in a high chair when we lived in Northridge and there were oranges out in the backyard. And I'm going, wow, orange trees. Orange juice, that's good stuff. Yeah, it is. God, we didn't have to pay for that. No. Mother Earth is giving you that. She loves you the same way a mother does. So you make the connection between the love your mother gives you and the love that Mother Earth gives you and doesn't charge you. Bang. Now, when you got that figured out at 2 years of age, the rest is easy, isn't it?